Oh, for God's sake, I thought I was done with this game. Alright. How many missions are there anyway?
Oh, damn.
Instead of ranking all the damn missions, why don't we just rank, I don't know, the mission styles instead? Or challenge acts, as they're called in this game. Some quite creative and worth our time, others, well, they'll be at the bottom of the list for a reason. Anyway, let's get into this. Number 9, the Doppleganger. It's literally just you playing the regular stage again, racing against a clone of yourself as you speed through it. So like, is there any actual point in doing these, besides for bringing life to the rest of the hub worlds? If I'm gonna go through an entire stage again, I'm just gonna play the normal version from the hub world, so my improved time actually matters. That doesn't mean this challenge style is bad, so to say, it just doesn't serve a good enough purpose to get anywhere further up than dead last on this list. Number 8, the Juggle act, and I hate it. It would be on the one stage where the goalpost practically trolls you. This is just boring. Waiting for the flag to come back low enough for you to hit it again, it can be quite aggravating to say the very least. You gotta continue this until you reach the end of the stage. A good number of times in a row gets you a nice volley of rings, so that's pretty cool, in the most least cool way possible. And the fact that you put this on Crisis City of all stages, look, I get it, the goalpost lies away from you in this, fair enough, but like, the modern Crisis City and the classic Crisis City stages didn't exactly do too well when I ranked them both in these videos. So yeah, all that tied together, not a good act, don't enjoy it. Number 7, the ring acts. Like, literally one ring. That's the point of the challenge. You have one ring to use for the entirety of the stage, making this, in my opinion, one of the most difficult challenge acts in the game. Because with the others you can afford to take a few hits. In this one, you get hit,
You don't.
can I just say as well, this was a very dramatic way for me to die when doing the chemical plant ring challenge. It does well to challenge your skills, but practically every other one of the challenge acts does that anyway, so yeah. Not the biggest fan of these ones. Number 6, the Rescue Acts. There's only 2 of these bad boys, but if it was God himself making the rankings for this video, it would probably make it into the top 3 for the sole reason that Planet Wisp became fun to play. For the sole reason that the Wisps are gone! The basis of these missions, you gotta rescue a certain amount of animals from the classic canisters, and then rushing your way to the goal once you've got the required amounts. These were pretty fun to play, to the point where the only reason the rescue missions are so low down the list is because of the fact there's only 2 of them. Like, I get why. If you're gonna do Doppleganger missions, it wouldn't really make much sense to only have it for Green Hill and nothing else. But still, I feel like this was quite the unused mission type. In my opinion, it had a lot of potential to at least have a few more made for it, because they are quite enjoyable. Number 5, the Speed Challenge acts. So it's a bit hit and miss for me. On one hand, you've got the boost gauge challenges, in which you only have a certain amount of boost for the entirety of the stage, and you basically gotta decide when the best part of the stage would be to actually use your boost. Challenging, but not exactly fun, per to say for me. That said, on the other side of the spectrum, you go boarding in Rooftop Run. Like, I loved the opening section of City Escape, so it's awesome to see this implemented in other stages in this game, even if it is just a challenge act. As well as that, you've got things like the Power Stomp challenge, where you unlock that as an ability once completing it. Yeah, for all those who are wondering where you can get these extra power-ups like classic shields, this is where you unlock them, in the challenge acts. So there's even more to unlock here than just the artwork and extra music, and that was already awesome enough for me. But yeah, back to the speed challenges. Like I said, hit and miss, so it makes sense for it to be straight in the middle on this list. Number 4, the enemy challenges. Challenges which are based around one type of enemy, whether that be the buzz bombers in Green Hill or the bloody annoying egg robos in Sky Sanctuary, all sporting their own obstacles to go through, which makes sense in the context of the stage. Like in Sky Sanctuary, it's all about going further up the stage with the monkey bars whilst trying to avoid enemy fire, and with the buzz bomber stage, it's about trying to maintain your high platform to get through the stage quicker, much like it would be most of the time in Green Hill. Yeah, so these stages are designed pretty well. It's just a simple case of me enjoying the remaining 3 on this list more. Number 3, the item missions. It is in the name, basically, and these are the missions where you unlock the classic shields when playing the classic Sonic item challenges, all centered around completing the challenge with said power, whether that's the Flame Shield in Crisis City, or, my personal favourite, using the skateboard to get through City Escape. Like I already mentioned how awesome it was boarding through Rooftop Run, so of course I'm going to enjoy this skateboard challenge, as it's all about keeping as much momentum as possible, bouncing on top of enemies and going through the red circles to keep your pace and remain as high as you can on the platforms as possible to get through the challenge quicker. Much like the enemy challenges, these are also made very well, which is kind of obvious considering they're made to fit the particular power-up that you're using in that challenge. Some good stuff here, and deserves to be in the top 3 on this list. Number 2, the technique missions. This, in my opinion, are the best stages for truly testing yourself. You could be trying to avoid all the crumbling platforms whilst trying to get to the goal as soon as you can, or using balloons to bounce extra high to make your way to the goal quicker. There's some good stuff here, and it's all very well done as you'd expect it to be. I actually ended up having the most fun with these challenges, so why is it only at number 2? Well, I think the main reason for that is just because it's nice to see everyone here.
Who invited that kid?
With the friend challenges. And whilst it is sad that Sonic's friends in this game have been reduced to these challenge acts only, it's still good to see them doing what they do best in some sort of capacity. Whether that's racing Tails to the goal whilst he's in his plane, getting Knuckles to dig up treasure for you, getting Rouge to
Flirt with the enemy robots.
Keep your fetish away from me!
or using Blaze's fire abilities to clear any flames in your way. Like most of these challenge acts, these are done very well. And I feel like the characters' personalities are quite on point here, even if I did enjoy the technique ones a little more. But again, it's just nice to see them being utilised in some shape or form. So I couldn't resist putting the friend challenges at number 1 on this list. But yeah, there you go. It's clear to see that these Generations videos have been the most popular videos I've ever made, and it's brought a lot of you guys here. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully we can continue this with all my future content. And as a final tidbit, once again, Sonic Generations, one of the best Sonic games to have ever been created.